What holiday is celebrated everywhere from Italy to India and China to Brazil, but not officially recognized in the US? It's May 1st, known as May Day or International Workers' Day. The kicker though, the holiday actually started in the US with a general strike for the 8-hour day. And this May Day could be the biggest we've ever seen. Let's go back to 1886. Across the country, workers were rising up around one simple demand: 8 hours work, 8 hours rest, 8 hours for what we will. This was how we started to take our lives back from the bosses who worked us 10, 12, 14, or even more hours a day, 6 or even 7 days a week. They take everything that they can and spit us out. After years of organizing, groups like the Knights of Labor helped call for a mass strike on May 1st. And when the day came, over 500,000 workers walked off the job across the country, from every kind of job. This was about 1% of the entire US population at the time, over 3 million striking in today's terms. In Chicago alone, 30,000 workers were out. But the bosses in the state weren't going to just accept that. On May 3rd, workers protested outside the McCormick plant. Police showed up and opened fire, killing at least 2 workers, possibly more. The next day, workers gathered peacefully in Haymarket Square. As the rally was ending, police moved in again. Suddenly a bomb went off. Nobody knows who threw it. Some believe it was a provocateur meant to justify a crackdown. What we do know is what came next. Police opened fire into the crowd. Workers were killed, hundreds injured, and then the state moved in. 8 labor organizers were arrested. Many weren't even at the rally, and charged with murder. 7 were sentenced to death. 5 ultimately were executed. It was a frame-up, plain and simple. The world knew it. Mass protests erupted globally to demand justice, and out of that repression, May Day was born. One of the condemned workers, August Spies, said it clearly before his execution. If you think that by hanging us you can stamp out the labor movement, the movement from which the downtrodden millions, the millions who live and toil in want and misery, if this is your opinion, then hang us. Here you will tread upon a spark, but there and behind you and in front of you and everywhere, flames will blaze up. It is a subterranean fire. You cannot put it out. The ground is on fire upon which you stand. That's what May Day is. It's a reminder to keep fighting, to organize and meet the scale of our enemies in power. The billionaires and their politicians will stop at nothing to keep us down. But that fire never went out. It's in every strike, every organizing drive, every worker who refuses to accept what they're given. And in 2026, that fire is spreading. From teachers to grocery workers and nurses to service workers across the South, millions are being called into action. This May 1st, the call is simple: no work, no school, no shopping. A real test of power. The protest movement against Trump has grown immensely as more people hit the streets, seeing some of the largest national protests in US history. As the Trump administration continues to try to ram through their billionaire agenda, the movement has come to grow and evolve to something new that can stop them in their tracks. Because May Day isn't about remembering history, it's about making it. See you in the streets.